Today I'm here to show you one of my favorite power gi techniques. It's called Koshi Guruma. Koshi Guruma means hip wheel. So let's get right into it. Greetings, I'm Mustache Lou. Today I'm here to show you one of my favorite power gi techniques. Is called Koshi Guruma. Koshi Guruma means hip wheel. Today I'm joined by my uke,
Hajime Hak.
and we are here again to show you Koshi Guruma. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna go over the entry first. Today I'm gonna go over a single style entry. We're not gonna do a repetitive uchikomi on this one. I'm gonna start my entry with a heavy shoulder touch here. My heavy shoulder touch, in this case, is a shorthand for the Kuzushi that I'm going to use for this throw. Kuzushi is off balancing. There are many different types of off balancing that I can use, but this heavy shoulder touch in itself is a form of off balancing. I said before that there are multiple types of Kuzushi or off balancing that we can use for this move. The one we're going to use today is a pull, because we're in a gi, and a gi actually provides a really strong pulling base for you to start off balancing someone. So this is how you start pulling someone using a gi and your stance. Here's how I create my pulling Kuzushi in a judo gi. Get my grip with my strong hand on the lapel and my hikite on the sleeve. I take a step back with my back foot. As I do that, I'm going to open this person's arm and sleeve up, and I'm going to use the momentum of my step and my body to bring him forward into this pulling shape here. Then on the back end, I'm going to use my tsurite, and I'm going to shuffle my stance back to a stance position. And then I'm just going to repeat that in a smooth fashion in order to get the person to come towards me while walking backwards with my stance. When do I transition my hand from lapel to clamp position? I'm going to do it when the person's head is closest to me in the motion. So here's what it looks like. Right here. When I get his head coming towards me this way, that's when I let go of my hand. I use the sleeve to maintain his body position by turning my wrist out and maintaining my pull. My hand transfers to the back of the head. I continue the motion of the pull as I bring my arm down and clamp his head into position. Once this person's head is clamped into position, I can either cut through the center of his body with the line from my head to my heel, or I can step outside of the foot to finish the wheeling motion. Once I get the person moving towards me with my pull, I'm going to transition my lapel hand into my clamp position when his head is at its closest point towards me. After I hit my heavy shoulder touch, I'm going to transition my feet into position. 1, 2. As I transition my feet, I'm going to put my arm around Hakim's head, and I'm going to shift my weight down to my feet and clamp onto his head. When I clamp onto his head, I'm going to grab it right around the jawline, and I'm going to squeeze him here. Perfect. Let's cover this detail of the head clamp. After I make my hard touch and do my entry, I get into this head clamp position here. If I'm going to grab somebody's head, I like to really grab their head. So what I do is I create like a vise between my forearm and my side, and I pull in around the jawline and really clamp onto this person's skull. Now I'm doing this, number 1, to maintain control over this person. Number 2, this clamp actually forces compliance when I want to step across and finish my wheeling throw. Because I'm in a gi, I'm using the gi to create the off balancing, but when I'm in throwing position, the main thing that I need to worry about is clamping onto the head and wheeling the body over with my hips and if I can, I want to step outside of the foot. This is not necessary if I have a good head clamp. That's our Koshi Guruma technique. Koshi Guruma really focuses on this head clamp. So if you can really work on getting this position down, that's what's going to lead to increased success with this throw. If you're in a gi, you can use the gi, the strength of the gi, to create that pulling shape and that forward momentum to lead into your head clamp position. If you liked today's video, subscribe and follow down here. Click like and follow on IG and all that other stuff up here. I'm Mustache Lou. I'll see you guys on the mats.